Hi everyone. This is a gift I did for my mom recently because she loves Beauty and the Beast. So I found these dolls on Poshmark for 20 bucks. Now, they were in pretty good condition except for the clothes. Belle's dress in particular, I wasn't really happy with it. So I needed to look for another dress because, as you can see, there were some rips on the dress and the mesh didn't really look well to me, but I wanted them to look more like the characters in the movie. Well, the clothes, really, I wanted to make them look like the characters in the movie, so I looked for another dress. So I washed them up, cleaned them up, did their hair over again, and try to make them as close as I could. Now, I'm not good at sewing. I'm still in the beginning parts of that. So I was looking for dresses that would look more like the movie. Like this holiday Barbie, this Belle doll, and this other dress, which was a Barbie wedding dress they had on Amazon. And I was thinking about dyeing it yellow, but it didn't have the sleeves, and I wanted her to have the gloves and the sleeves just like she did in the movie. So I found this other doll for $5. So I ordered her, and while I was waiting for her to get here, I started working on the Prince doll. For the prince, I wanted to change his jacket. I was going to give him a new one, but I didn't really have one on hand, and I'm not good at sewing, as I said before, so I had to look for help on fixing it. So this was the doll that I ordered. I decided to keep her and use the dress for the old Belle doll because I really didn't like how this new one looked. Her forehead is really big for some reason, and her eyes, she just didn't look like Belle. So I fixed up Belle's hair, brushed it, washed it, cleaned it up, and you can see the difference between the two. This one really just didn't fit. She doesn't look like the movie. But I'm going to keep her. I'll probably use her in some of my stories that will be coming later. And she didn't have the shoes, but that was okay. I had some shoes on hand to use for the Belle doll. And this is what she looks like in the dress. Very close to the movie. The gloves didn't fit too well, but I'm pretty happy with this. All I need to do was work on the hair. And as you can see with this doll, I've never seen a doll shaped like this before. I loved her hands that you can still do her hands were kind of like, her fingers were kind of free. But the way they did her body was very strange, very weird. So for the Ken doll, I have some very awesome friends in a Facebook group that I'm in. They helped me fix up his jacket, helped me figure out how to do it. There was a lady in the Facebook group, that really went into detail on how I can fix up his jacket. And I also found some boots, because he had boots on in the movie. I just painted over them later. I put Belle's hair in some buns, as you can see. I also put some kind of wax that I have in her hair to keep her bangs in the way that I want them to be. So she sat like this for a while until I was ready. As I said, these are some of the pictures that the people in my Facebook group, this lady in particular, she was so helpful with this because I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. And it was really helpful for me. I tried to follow it step by step. Had a few mishaps, but it still came out pretty well. Well, as well as I can be. I messed up the back pretty bad. And it's like, well, she won't see the back, so yeah. I took some push pins that I had from a sewing kit my mom bought me. I painted them gold, and I was going to use them for Belle's earrings. As you can see, I did the jacket the best way that I could. It doesn't go, it wasn't exactly how I wanted it to be, but it still looked pretty good on him from the front. So I just did it as well as I could. In the movie, the top of his boots were brown, so I painted that brown, and I painted the laces on the boots in gold. And he is all finished. Now, I had a really hard time on trying to figure out how to do Belle's hair. I was scrolling through Instagram one night, and I found this awesome photo. And I had to put up the person's name who did it because she did this so beautifully, and it helped me a lot. For the background in the shadow box, I wanted to put my mom's favorite characters in the box as well, including the wardrobe. My mom really loves her and the actress that plays her. So what I did was print them out and put them on some glittery cardstock that I had, and I also kind of put them in laminate paper. Then I arranged them to how I wanted them to be in the box, and trying to figure out how I wanted them all together. So I laminated them. I got Belle's hair together. It was so perfectly curly, just how I wanted it. So I put it in like a small bun and then tied the ribbon around her hair. And I gotta admit, guys, I was not expecting her to look as great as she does in this, because I was really afraid I was gonna mess up, and was afraid I wasn't gonna have anything to give my mom on Mother's Day other than a card. But she looks really good. She looks almost like the Belle in the character in the movie. Now, the shoes I found are actually ballet shoes, but hey, they're yellow and you probably won't see them in the box, so that's perfect for me. So I'm just let them sit while I fixed up the box. I was trying to figure out how to get them to stand. I was going to have them like laying both to the side, well, standing both to the side. But the prince was a little too broad, so he didn't really fit the way I wanted him to. Belle was fine, but I wanted to leave her on the side so you can at least see some of the details I had on her. And I wanted to be able to see the pictures that I had glued to the back of the box for the background. I really had a lot of trouble with the prince because I wanted him to stay. So I had glued them both to the box. So I'm like, there, she's not going to take them out. But this is how they looked afterwards. I had to do a few arrangements. His head wasn't as straight as I wanted it to be. But this is how it turns out once I finish. And this is my mom's reaction.
Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. No, I will put this in my room. Oh, wow. Your auntie might get jealous.